In a world that's all about global finance and robo-advisors, what does it actually look like when insurance gets personal? Well, we're going to find out by deconstructing a local agent's website from Dehradun, India. It's the perfect case study for how a universal need, like financial security, gets a real local human face. Let's see what we can learn from this digital handshake.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to meet the agent himself. Then we'll dig into the philosophy he's actually selling. After that, we'll take a tour of the plans, including a pretty specialized one for businesses, and we'll wrap it all up with his final pitch.
Okay, so to really get what this website is all about, we have to start with the person at the heart of it. This isn't just some anonymous company portal, it's basically the digital storefront for one specific person.
And right away, you see this really fascinating blend of the official and the personal. You've got the agency name, sure, but the real hook is this tagline in Hindi. It translates to something like security in life, with life, and also the development of life. That's a huge move, right? It's reframing insurance from just a simple purchase into a promise for your whole life.
No, look at this, a direct first-person introduction. It's not some faceless corporation talking to you. It's Gaurav Deep Gautam, putting his name and his personal phone number right there, front and center. That is a choice. It instantly turns a corporate service into a one-on-one conversation. This is that digital handshake we were talking about, right here in action.
So how does he build on that personal approach? What's so interesting is that before you even see a single product, the site lays a foundation. It actually takes the time to define its core philosophy. It's like he's trying to educate you before he ever tries to sell you anything.
First up, you get this very formal, almost academic definition of investment. It's clear, it's precise, it's the kind of thing you'd find in a textbook, right? This establishes credibility. It shows they know the official language of finance. But just keep this in mind as we go to the next slide.
And here's the pivot. Right after that formal definition, you get this very personal take from the agent himself. Investment is useful for good time for future work's use. See that shift? It's not complicated, it's practical, it's super relatable. He's reframing investment not as some complex financial thing, but as a simple tool to get ready for your future.
And this might be the most unusual part of the whole philosophy section. The site actually takes the time to define the word agency, both in English and in Hindi. Now, why would you do that? It seems like it's suggesting that the agent's role isn't just a job title. It's a concept you need to understand, which adds this whole other layer of professional and cultural legitimacy.
Okay, so we've met the person, and we've gotten a handle on the philosophy. Now we get to the products. Let's see how those abstract ideas of security and investment actually get turned into real plans for real people.
And the tour starts, as you'd probably expect, with the absolute cornerstone of any personal insurance agency, life insurance.
And notice how they present this. It's so smart. There are no dense paragraphs, just a simple table. Each plan gets a name and then a tagline. Investment first, lifetime salary. This is incredibly efficient. As someone looking for a plan, you can immediately figure out the main benefit of each one in just a few seconds.
Next up, the site moves from protecting your life right now to planning for life after work. It's all about pension plans. Now with the pension plans, the strategy changes a bit. They move away from the quick taglines and go straight to hard numbers. The site names a specific plan, Jeevan Akshay, and points to a return range, 8 to 8.3%. This isn't some vague promise anymore. It's a very direct, tangible value proposition.
From retirement, the safety net expands out to cover the whole family, with a focus on plans for children's futures and, of course, immediate health needs.
And we're back to that really simple, effective table format. A children's plan is described as insurance work, and a health plan is called risk life insurance. The language might be a little unconventional, but the goal is the same: to show that the agency has a product for pretty much every major life event, from saving for college to covering medical emergencies. And just when you think you've seen the whole portfolio, the tour takes this really interesting turn. We shift from family plans to a very specialized corporate product. It's a subtle way of showing that this agency's expertise goes way beyond just personal finance. They call it key man insurance, and it's a pretty sophisticated idea. It's essentially life insurance that a business can take out on a critical employee. By including this, the agent is signaling that they're not just a family advisor, but also a serious partner for local businesses. And that brings us to the final act of our little tour. After all the introductions, the philosophies, the product showcases, we get to the direct appeal. This is the moment the website asks the visitor to stop browsing and become a client.
So after all that, how do they close the deal? Well, look at how this is framed. To do any big work, a big amount is required. They're connecting a very practical product, insurance, to this universal human desire to achieve something big. A policy isn't an expense here, it's being positioned as the key to unlocking your biggest life goals.
And then it all comes down to this. After all the friendly education and the aspirational talk, the tone shifts completely. It becomes a direct command in both English and Hindi. You should buy LIC policies. There's no more suggestion here. It's a clear, confident, and really urgent call to action.
Which brings us to the big question this whole website really makes you think about. We just walked through a digital creation, right? But its real power seems to come from the personal, human touch of a local agent. It really makes you wonder, as finance gets more automated, more global, is the future still built on that simple, local human connection?